Hello everyone, I'm Dennis O'Sullivan, Head of Chauncey School, and I am going to talk to you about our sixth form. We were hoping to do a face-to-face sixth form evening this year, but that's looking increasingly impossible. So the video, I hope, will provide you with all the information you need to choose a sixth form for your child, because they're still a child, or in fact to get advice on other pathways available to the young people. I'm going to refer to the presentation that I will be making to the young people next week. I'm going to refer to it on my screen as we're speaking. Chauncey School is the only school in the area that is outstanding in all areas of Ofsted's evaluations. So there includes 16 plus. We have an outstanding sixth form. Students throughout the school make more progress at Chauncey, including in the sixth form, in all subjects than they do if they were in other schools nationally, and one might suppose locally as well, though that's a little bit more controversial. They make very good progress because they work with us. Last year's results were of course COVID year results, and as you can see from the figures, everybody who worked with us throughout their sixth form passed. 66% of them got A star to B grades, which will get them into the best universities of their choice, or into modern apprenticeships with Glaxo, a high level apprenticeship. So the results last year were excellent because the students worked with us. And that's the message really about Chauncey School, but also about anywhere else. If you work with us, you will do very, very well. 16 plus students choose to stay on to the sixth form, and many of them work really, really hard. We have a quite relaxed attitude towards uniform, for instance, but we do ask them to wear clothes with very little flesh showing. We have a relaxed attitude towards them being in school 9 till 4 every day. If you are a sixth former and you don't have a lesson first period on a Monday morning, you are perfectly entitled to stay in bed. However, we test you every 8 weeks, and if you fail the test, you don't progress unless you pass the test a second go. And we put students on full timetables. So it's about becoming more responsible adults for life, for university, for jobs. Bit by bit, the sixth form are taking more responsibility. It may be a surprise to you to know, but our sixth formers are the only members of the school community allowed out of school at lunchtime. They go to Asda, or when they're in the upper sixth and somebody gets a driving licence, they shoot out to McDonald's in a free lesson. Hopefully always driving carefully. The shot you can see in front of you now is an exploding student who has worked too hard, too intensely, and I have to tell you this does happen. You can work too hard. Personally, I've avoided working too hard for many years now, and I'm still getting through and head of the one of the most successful schools in Hertfordshire. So we do look after the young people, particularly with Jill Warner and Pablo Ardiles, our sixth form team. We look after them so that they do not go berserk through study, because they've got a long life ahead of them. At 16, you are sort of an adult and let go more by your parents. They give you more leeway and more responsibility. So it is a 16-year-old's choice as to what they do next. But I have to tell you, it's a long old life for people now. Over 70% of our students will stay on into the Chauncey sixth form. We do give guidance and careers help on other choices, but over 70% stay on into the sixth form, and Mrs. Carey will explain the various options, various exciting options that are available to you there. You may decide to go to another school sixth form. Good luck with that. Virtually everybody in the last 10 years that has gone off to another school sixth form has come back, sometimes to repeat the years here, but you never know. There are some courses that are only available at other institutions. I'm not sure what they are, but we offer a full curriculum menu, and we also have our unique Chauncey care and pastoral system and support and encouragement and rewards and achievement agenda. So most people who go, and it's only ever 1 or 2 a year, they come back. Nearly always. Of course, if you live in Middlesbrough, by all means apply for a sixth form college in Middlesbrough. Now, a very popular choice amongst our young people who are not thinking in terms of academic careers, but maybe thinking solely in vocational terms, is our local college. Not just our local college, excuse me, there is Capel Manor as well as the other Hertfordshire regional colleges. But we will support applications for college to do the right course. What we're most interested in is that young people do not choose badly. Choose a course because they've heard it's good. The college had an open evening already. Hope you took advantage of it. Check out Hertford Regional College's website and you'll get further information. Modern apprenticeships are very exciting alternatives to staying on at school. And some of the modern apprenticeships will actually enrol you on a degree course after a couple of years and pay for you and ensure that you don't have to go to university 5 days a week, 300 miles from your home and run up a debt of £50,000. You can be trained by your employer. So we would recommend higher level modern apprenticeships. They tend to be at age 18 rather than 16. But they're out there. Look at them, see how you are. Work with training and work without training. Well, if it's work without training, you have got 60 years before you retire. So I'm not sure what jobs exist that you just dig a hole and dig a hole and dig a hole and dig a hole, which is my intended route, according to my father all those years ago, was digging holes so we could put gas pipes and drains in. Work with training by all means, but please remember it's going to be a long working life, so any qualifications you can pick up and secure are going to be very, very valuable to you at some point in the future. You may change your mind and suddenly decide one morning, like I did, age 28, I want to be an English teacher. The saddest alternative for young people is what's called NEET, and that's not in employment, not in education, and not in training. We will do all we can to prevent that happening to our students. It's a sad life, sat at home watching daytime TV every day with no future and no money. So we will do what we can, and the career service will do what they can as well. And if you are a young person who's in danger of being NEET and we haven't noticed, please let us know. We are very popular with external students, perhaps because we're a co-educational school, perhaps because we're the most, our Ofsted has us outstanding in all areas, and also because of the way we treat young people and this encouraging them to be more independent and responsible for their own lives, and our successes in getting them into universities and giving them the relevant careers advice and helping them with personal issues that they might have. Again, Jill Warner is fantastic at this sort of work. She had 2 girls here herself, both did sixth form, one went to work and is very successful, one went to uni and is very successful. So she's well grounded and can help everybody. Now, external students, we have a system, we have an online form for you, which I'm sure you'll hear about in this presentation, as to how you can express an interest. We're already showing around young people, just coming here or for a tour or to see Mr. Ardiles does not mean you're making any commitment. I'm now going to hand over to Mrs. Carey, who's our curriculum deputy, has designed the curriculum after many, many years of working with the departments and young people and seeing and promoting the success of our young people. So she's absolutely the right person to lead you through our A-level choices.
We offer an extensive range of qualifications in the sixth form, which can be thought of as different pathways. Many of our students go down the A-level route. A-levels are highly academic qualifications which are assessed primarily by a suite of examinations at the end of 2 years. We offer the usual range of subjects that you will have met at GCSE, so if you're looking to become a medic, you might choose biology, chemistry and maths. If you're thinking about journalism, you might choose English, literature or language, media and say history. Alongside all of the subjects that you're familiar with, there are some new ones, such as politics, sociology and economics. We also offer a vocational pathway. These qualifications are more practical in nature and they have a significant coursework element. So if you're one of those people who achieves their best by working hard throughout the year, listening to feedback and improving their work, this might be for you. There is an examined element, but you can sit these exams along the way, not just at the end of 2 years. These qualifications are equivalent to A-levels, carrying the same university points, and in many ways better prepare you for the type of study that goes on at university. Many of our students mix and match, taking a combination of vocational and A-level courses.
In addition to the A-levels and BTECs we offer, we ask students to choose an enrichment option. The enrichment option allows students to broaden their curriculum and supports things like university applications. We offer the Extended Project Qualification, or EPQ. This is a research-based project where students pick a topic of interest to them and research it over the course of a year. They typically produce an essay or artifact at the end of the process. Some recent examples of EPQs are: Is time travel possible? Evaluating the legacy of the Ronald Reagan presidency, and writing, directing and producing a play based around the Me Too movement. The EPQ is likened to a mini university dissertation. In addition to the EPQ, we offer Core Maths, which is an applied AS level maths course for students who want to study maths but not the heavy theory-based A-level. We offer Sports or Art Leadership, where students can develop their leadership skills within either sport or art. And we also offer Music Tech for students that want to develop their music skills, whether that be mixing, recording or performing music. In addition to these enrichment options, we also offer the Duke of Edinburgh for students that wish to pick this up or continue it from last year. There is also the government-backed National Citizenship Service Scheme, which is run over the summer for students that wish to take part in that. The transition from GCSE to sixth form is demanding, and we put in place many measures to help students with this move. We run our sixth form induction day, which will be in July. And one of the measures we take is to set students bridging work over the summer holidays to ensure that they have the foundations in place to make a smooth start to their sixth form studies. The entry requirements for our sixth form are 5 grade 5s or more for students wishing to take A-levels. A level 6 and above is required for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. For students wishing to take a purely vocational pathway, the entry requirement is 5 level 4s and above for BTEC students. As mentioned previously, students can take a mix of BTECs and A-levels. If students narrowly miss out on the entry requirements, then please contact us on results day and we may be able to offer a negotiated entry into sixth form.
So that's our curriculum and our sixth form provision explained to you in as much detail as Mrs. Carey and Mr. Ardiles can possibly muster in a short video. I'm now going to talk to you about things. Things are things. Every school has things. Some schools have sixth form centres, some schools have computer suites just for sixth forms. We have a sixth form centre and a computer suite, but by far the most important part of joining any sixth form institution, as well in my mind as any workplace, is the relationships between the people in the institution. Now that's the relationship in terms of our sixth form between the students themselves, and then with them and their teachers, and then with people like me and Mr. Wall, Mrs. Carey and Mr. Burnett, our management team, being able to speak to us. Now, the so-called soft skills are not included in any examinations. There's no speaking and listening, no presentation skills required in English, A-level anymore, or even GCSE. So these skills get developed through your study in your A-levels, and they are the problem solving, the decision making, the teamwork, the skills, reflection and evaluation of one's own work. These skills are what's required by employers and what's required by universities to be an effective, successful student. So the relationships between us and the openness between us is very important. Really exciting this year. Some young people, sixth formers, came and said you have a head boy and head girl, a bit sexist, not really the Chauncey way. And we've come up with a team of student leaders. You'll see a picture of them somewhere on this presentation, and I think it might be 4 girls, 2 boys, I don't know, it's not the important thing. But they are helping us lead a campaign against sexism in schools and in the world, and against racism in schools and the world, and against bullying in schools and the world. And there's some really dynamic work going on here. We're using theatre groups from outside, and Mr. Walton's doing assemblies on sexism and racism. If you've seen the Everyone's Invited website, where young women and men said they've been sexually harassed throughout their lives, if you yourself as a student or an adult have been sexually harassed around your life, you will see it's really, really essential that we attack these issues, because our young people who join our sixth form are going to be the future leaders, employers, rulers of the world. Well, maybe not the rulers, but at least they'll be holding the rulers to account. So our student leaders and the opportunity to be a student leader in the future is going to be incredibly important. So it's exciting times to be here in this sixth form. We are revisiting our careers work because, as you know, work experience hasn't been possible during COVID, but we are now starting to get business leaders and employers in. Just the other night, 2 days ago, before filming this, we had Network Rail came in with the massive array of jobs that they have on issue as possibilities. Obviously, you will think of train drivers and track maintenance, but they have HR, they have recruitment experts, they have legal representatives, they have health and safety, they have customer care. So it's massive. And because they're sort of a family firm, there's opportunities there for Chauncey students. Glaxo, of course, also come and speak, and they're our neighbouring company, and they also have opportunities. And Asda will come and speak as well. So we do breakfast seminars and everything else like that when we can, when we get the COVID all clear. The final bit of my presentation is about some of the employment opportunities at Chauncey. It's great for young kids to see sixth formers in positions of responsibility. Now, sometimes we use sixth formers and we pay better than they'll get in pubs and cafes. To see them working one-to-one with young people or one to small groups, running breakfast clubs. So one of our student leaders is running the early Einsteins or the maths club in the morning on his own with students. And then another student leader is running one of our reading clubs, 8:15 every morning. And we pay them, and they're fantastic. They're as good as us. They do some paired reading, they help out with homework club, they might be a GCSE tutor a bit later on, running small groups, again after school, for money, but that's a successful maths student, somebody doing A-level maths, who has also got the personal skills to be a teacher, because it's not just qualification, doing the GCSE tutoring. They work in the canteen, like I do, but they work on the tills at the lunchtime, and they clean the school 2 hours a night, 3 nights a week, for good money. So there's all these opportunities for young people to get involved in what's important in life. And one of the things important in life is earning your own money. So, final slide is university destinations. And I have to say that over 70% of our kids go off to university and incur massive debts. My youngest daughter, has just incurred a debt of over £50,000 doing her degree in Edinburgh, and she's loved every minute of it, and she's now doing a master's for another debt of £20,000. Young people will enjoy their university careers. For the rest of their lives, they'll be remembering them. We send kids to Oxford and Cambridge and Warwick and Leeds and York and Southampton and King's College London and UCL and Brighton Art and Design College and so on. So really exciting opportunities available working with us to take care of the next 10 years of your life, really. So, from me, that's it. And I hope you have lasted this long in the video and that you decide to have a look at Chauncey Sixth Form. It's a great place to be.